I want to thank you all for tuning in to this week's Hot Topics. I'm your host, Keith Scott, along with my co-host, Dre. How we doing, Dre?
Things are going great. Just fast and furious. This week has been a really, really busy week with all the politics and everything going in the entertainment world. It's just a lot going on.
It's been a lot going on. Let's go right into it. Let's talk about the election. Now, this election had everything from suspense to upset.
Controversy, everything.
It did. Yeah. Controversy, upset, suspense, kept you on biting your nails, pins and needles, trying to make sure that, the person that you wanted to see get elected, get in. But, of course, some of it didn't happen the way a lot of people wanted it to happen. Of course, the Republicans keep the majority in the Senate.
Yes.
The Democrats take over the House.
They took over the House.
That's big.
Yeah. It's all big. And when you look at how politics is laid out in this picture,
right,
you get to see what's beautiful about democracy.
Yeah, you do.
And oftentimes, people, of course, take their sides, but checks and balances is really where we should be. There needs to be voice heard on all sides. And so that's what's exciting about right now.
Yeah. And there were a lot of close margins.
Yes.
And, last week when we had Hot Topics, I was talking about, making sure that and we stressed it over the last 3 episodes of Hot Topics, that it was so imperative that you got out there and you voted. Mm-hmm. And a lot of close margins. And we can look at, Texas. Of course, Ted Cruz keeps the seat. Yes. Beto O'Rourke, a lot of disappointed people here in the state of Texas, put in a lot of work with Beto
nationally, because a lot of people were supporting and excited about Beto.
Right.
And nationally,
nationally as well. Mm-hmm. Gilliam in Florida.
Yeah, that was a shock for a lot of people. They didn't expect him to lose. Everything was saying he was going to win till the last minute, and then the shift happened.
Yeah, it shifted. Yeah. But then also in Georgia.
Yeah, Stacey Abrams and Brian Kemp. And what's funny about that one is how I think it's going to be an ongoing thing, no matter the outcome, because there's question about voter suppression. There's question about one of the candidates, Brian Kemp, being over the actual election. And so there's so much controversy to that, so many studies and research that can come from it to see what really happened.
There's a lot of scrutiny when we talk about Georgia. They're saying that the polls were long, the machines weren't working. Yeah. It's a lot going on, and she hasn't consented yet.
Well, I think she is looking to see what's going to happen in her future, regardless of the outcome.
Right.
She's going to be a force to be reckoned with no matter what.
Yeah, she is. Yeah. And of course, a lot of people out there are saying with the Senate changing, with the Democrats taking over the House, a lot of people are saying that now we may actually have even playing playing
field. There'll be balance in
and that's
government again.
And that's what they're saying, that this should bring some more balance in the government.
But on the flip side of that, there are those that are saying, will anything really get done? Because now we are so divided. There was a time people would walk across the aisle and actually come up with a win-win and actually come up with something that's going to progress us. And so I know Americans are hungry for that, and that's what we're looking to have happen again.
And let me just say, I don't, know if it's gonna, but it will be balanced. I don't know if it's an even playing field. But let's just make sure that we recognize that it could bring some balance into the House.
It really could. It really could.
The government.
And I'm hoping that we, as Americans, get more engaged, that you don't just let showing up to vote be the only thing that you do, because we can hold our representatives and our senators accountable by picking up the phone and saying, hey, I support this, or hey, I really wish you would speak with so-and-so. I value a leader that can work with people holistically and collaboratively.
Yeah.
So we'll see
what
happens.
Have to see from a national level. Yeah. But then also here in San Antonio, Texas, Barbara Gervin Hawkins, our state rep, she won.
Yes.
Tommy Calvert, our county commissioner, is back in. Of course, there were some different changes across the board when we talk about judges. A lot of Republicans got in when we talk about the judges. But it was interesting here in San Antonio, Texas, just as it was across the country, Dre.
Yeah. I tell you, politics is amazing. It's so awesome to watch it work. Well, at least I feel that way. I geek out. I geek out. Our president also responded to the midterm elections.
He did. What did he have to say?
He just, again, those that he supported won. Those who didn't welcome his support lost. And so he's saying it's because of his voice. And honestly, if you look at it, I mean, when he spoke, more of his base shows up. So there's some truth to that. Another piece of it is he's back to talking about news media. Jim Acosta actually asked questions about what's going to happen now with the Russia investigation.
Yeah.
And so he told them fake news and said he was hostile.
Yeah. Well, there was also a comment saying that he wants to work with the Democrats or something like that too. And
supporting Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, and support Nancy Pelosi.
So there's hope.
There's
hope.
We're going to have to see what happens with that. But it really, truly was an interesting night. Truly was an interesting election and week. But we'll have to see what happens. Also in Georgia, we'll keep you posted, on what's happening in Georgia as well. Now let's go to our next hot topic with Rihanna.
Yes.
Here we have another entertainer and musician that's saying, President Trump, don't use my music. Don't play my music. She also sent a cease and desist.
Oh, another one.
You gotta
have a stack of those.
You're going to have a stack of them. And we just talked about it with Pharrell, but Rihanna's lashing out too right now with her cease and desist and saying, dude, don't play my music. Please stop playing my music at the rallies.
Well, you know what's funny about that? So after midterm elections is when you start really running for president. And that's when you start campaigning again. Well, he was doing rallies beforehand. He's going to be doing rallies now. Is he going to have any music?
Yeah.
Is everybody just, don't play my stuff?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. A lot of these entertainers, and it's across the board. We said
Steven
Pharrell,
Tyler.
We said Steven Tyler, Rihanna, and I'm quite sure there are a few more that feel the same.
Yeah.
But that's my hot topic with that one. Another cease and desist letter goes out to. He's gonna have a stack, huh?
He's gonna have a stack. So I have a couple.
Okay.
So still talking about our president, Michael Cohen. So everybody knows Michael Cohen worked for Trump, and they had a good relationship, a trusting relationship, one of loyalty. Well, now, of course, everybody knows his future is on the line. Is he going to go to jail? Is he not? So he's singing like a bird about President Trump and telling everything. After kind of being out of the news for a little bit, he's back and he's talking now about the rallies. Apparently, there was a conversation between he and President Trump where he said, your rallies look very vanilla. And he said that's because Black people are stupid because they don't support him. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of sketchy. That's very harsh.
So
I don't know. That's kind of deep.
Yeah, that's kind of harsh.
But he was saying if they weren't, everything that's anti-white Anglo-Saxon male, he was not supporting.
Right.
Which contradicts what he says in public, that he's not racist and he doesn't. So it's interesting as Cohen keeps speaking, what is he going to keep saying? And now people are labeling him a snitch and, taking his credibility as being hurt.
He keeps speaking too.
But he keeps talking.
Yeah, he keeps talking. He's singing,
singing like a bird.
Singing like he's a lead singer, huh?
I know, it's crazy. And then Kanye is back in the news.
So, and I heard about Kanye. Now, Kanye is also saying that they took advantage of him.
So what he's saying, and I call it Kanye West has now gone Kanye East, because he said, you know what? My eyes are open now. I see they were using me.
Yeah.
They were trying to use my fame. I'm leaving all the politics alone now. I'm walking away from it. I'm going to focus on my creative. That's what he has said. But the funny thing is, the mayoral race in Chicago, he donated money, 6 figures.
Yeah, 6
but
figures.
I thought you were done with politics.
Yeah, so he donates money, contradicts what he says he's done with politics. Then he donates money. So Kanye West has
gone Kanye
East. We're going to take a quick break here on Hot Topics, and we'll be right back with more. Stay logged on.
I tried Oxy at a couple of parties. I didn't know it'd be this addictive. I didn't know how far I'd go to get more.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
You made your house a reality. homeschooling yourself on loans, color coding listings, and flushing every toilet in a 20-mile radius. If you can ace house hunting, you can do it for retirement. Get on track with tips at aceyourretirement.org.
It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. Changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Nothing to do this week? Don't miss another event. Go to blacksinsanantonio.com for our event calendar. The home of the largest business directory in San Antonio with an African American focus. Sign up today for our weekly e-blast and text message alerts. Help us make this a better community. Connect, empower, grow.
Well, thanks for joining us. Right back to Hot Topics. Let's go right into our next hot topic. Guess what, folks? Wu-Tang is doing makeup.
What?
The Wu-Tang Clan is doing makeup.
That's
Can you
strange.
believe that?
No, I cannot. That's
Now, we're gonna-
strange.
We're going to talk a little bit about the Wu-Tang
Wow.
Clan doing makeup. That is really, well, a lot of these rappers, man, have, they have ventured off.
That's true. And they're about making them coin.
Yeah, and they're entrepreneurs.
Yes,
So
big time.
Wu-Tang's doing makeup. Pharrell has joined forces with Chanel.
Now I could see him
Clothing.
doing clothes because he's known for being trendy and going against the grain in fashion. So I could see that.
Yeah,
I'm still stuck
yeah.
on Wu-Tang and
Yeah,
makeup.
so Pharrell decided, and signed he's going to be doing clothing with Chanel. That should be pretty cool. We're going to see the clothing's a little, they wear some kind of crazy clothing.
Well, that hat.
A lot of these rappers
That
out
hat.
there.
You're going to see girls with that hat. That little.
But guess what, though, Dre? Too, also on our viewers, the Wu-Tang Clan has named Tiana Taylor as their face for lipstick.
Wow. Is she going to say lipstick?
Yeah, she probably. I know. Can you? I know. Now, she is.
She's extra, but she's beautiful.
She could never outlive that role.
No, she will never live. Oh, yeah.
What was the movie again?
It was one of the Madea
It was a
movies.
Madea
I think.
movies, yeah.
She was like married to Bow Wow.
Yeah, she was.
Byron.
She had a
baby
from Bow Wow.
Yeah,
But
she was the baby
she's
mama.
going to be the face of the lipstick
That's
with
awesome.
Wu-Tang Clan. And of course, like I said, Pharrell with Chanel, man. So we're going to have to see what kind of clothing comes out. And we're going to have to see if Old Dirty with Wu-Tang Clan, what he's going to be doing with that makeup.
He's going to wear the
if
lipstick.
he's involved in it. And it's going to be interesting.
Oh, that's funny.
And my boy Method Man. So we're going to have to
Yeah.
see with the rest of the Wu-Tang Clan how that pans out.
Well, I'm going to talk about Simone Biles.
Simone,
I'm going to tell you. Okay, so everybody is familiar with when Michael Jordan played with the flu and when Tiger Woods played with a broken leg. Well, now we can say Simone Biles is right there with him because she went through the World Championships with a kidney stone. I have not had one. I don't wish one on anyone because I've heard it is the worst pain, even worse than childbirth. But she couldn't take any pain pills because she didn't want the risk of being tested and not being eligible to compete. So just to let you know, though, she still outperformed. She got the all-around gold medal.
Yes, she did. She's
With
a remarkable athlete.
Kidney stones. Kidney stones. It was crazy. I watched it, and the finals, she actually fell off the beam, fell off the vault, and went out of bounds on the floor.
Yeah.
But still outperformed everybody because her difficulty is so high. And she left with a lot of medals. Let's see. She had floor exercise. She was 4 points higher than everybody. 1 gold.
Okay.
She wound up getting, of course, the best all around gold. She got the silver on the uneven bars. And she hates that event. And then the bronze on the beam. And she got gold on the vault where she fell.
Yeah, that's amazing.
She's a superwoman. I tell you.
She is simply amazing.
She's a beast. She's a beast. So now we're ready to see her in the Olympics. Let's see what she can do there.
Yeah, and she's still young.
Yeah,
so,
she's still young.
we're going to have to see what happens with that. But let's go right into this. Katherine Jackson, the matriarch of the Jackson family, has suffered another stroke, Dre. She suffered another stroke. She suffered a stroke early this year in April, okay? But now she's, with this stroke now, the second stroke in the same year.
Yeah.
And they're saying that she's actually saying that she wants to be with Michael.
Wow.
So it seems like she may be actually, tired of being around.
Giving up. It sounds like she's giving up.
Yeah, tired of being around. We lost Joe Jackson this year, the father to the Jackson 5. And of course, not just the Jackson 5, but all of the Jackson family, along with the ladies and Janet, Weeby and
Latoya.
Latoya. But now Mom is saying that she wants to be with Mike, and
She wants to be with Michael, her
she's
baby.
tired,
It's sad. It's really sad. And you have to wonder what is going to happen with the family now that they've lost their two foundations.
Yeah.
And granted, Joe has this, history of being very, let's say, edgy and harsh. But Catherine was the soul and the softness and the glue for the family.
Yeah.
And now, her suffering, she's suffering.
Yeah, and it's so unfortunate. And even Mike's kids, she
stepped up and helped take care of
to
them.
the plate with them. And then, of course, Mike, he's gone, but, he's been making money like a lot of these artists do when they leave, and she's gotten compensated for, quite a bit. But it's really sad to see that she's given up on life, a little bit. So our prayers go out to the Jackson family with their mother, the matriarch. Our prayers go out to the family.
And we all have people that are like that in our lives. And to lose that, it's hard for the family, I'm sure.
I'm quite sure it is. I'm quite sure
we will be keeping them in our prayers.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, shifting to some other news.
What
Idris Elba.
Okay. I like Idris.
Sexiest man alive. 2018 on the cover of People.
Right, on the cover.
Idris.
Made the cover.
Well.
He's been on a lot of different covers, too, throughout his career and, of course, acting. But, made the cover of People, huh?
Well, and I'm still waiting for him to play 007. It was rumored he was going to be James Bond, but yet we're still waiting.
Yeah.
I think he'd be a great James Bond.
I think he will. He's cool like that. He's got, he's got the physique.
He had a show at Luther.
Okay.
And it was amazing. And he kind of was that, James Bondy kind of type person, played that role. I think he could do it. Yeah,
he's played some really serious roles. He's played some interesting roles. Yeah. He's really a talented actor.
He's coming out now more politically now, though. He's using his voice and his platform a lot more to talk about things that are important to him.
He is.
That's going to be interesting.
Well, you can't go wrong with doing that at all. This has been this week's Hot Topics. If you have any questions or you want to talk about some of the dialogue today, you want to send my co-hosts an email, reach out to Dre at Black Video News. Send us a hot topic. If you want to be a part of this show, feel free. Shoot her an email. Please send her an email. Let's talk about it.
I'm going to echo what you just said because we do want to hear from you. You are important to us. We want to make sure that we're giving you news that matters to you. So let us know what you think. Give us some ideas. Tell us which direction you want the show to go, and you may be even mentioned on the show. So reach out to K. Scott, Mr. Keith over here, at kscott@blackvideonews.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Yeah, we welcome it, man. Please send us an email. If you want the latest news that matters to you, that matters to us, feel free to subscribe to Black Video News. Feel free to subscribe. It's blackvideonews.com. You can always check out the content on blackvideonews.com on our YouTube channel, along with Blacks in San Antonio and our website, Black Video News. Man, it's been really cool this week.
Great.
Some hot topics.
And don't forget to like and share what you see, because we do want to get the word out and let people know what it is that we're doing.
Please like us and share us. I'm your host, Keith Scott, along with my co-host, Dre, and that's Dre with the DRE. We'll see you next time right here on Hot Topics. As always, be encouraged.